May we start with the prayer, please? Beloved God, help us all to more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's Daman until the very end. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Before we go any further, I would like to invite our one and only Meher Baba to come and join us for this session. Not only just join us, but to please take over the entire proceedings of this session. Let everything happen as per his will. The speakers will speak, but the prompting will be his. Just before I get off, there are a few announcements to be made. One is, Ram Nori, could you switch off your video, please? Thank you. Okay. The first thing is, our friend Janice has taken leave of absence because she has finally managed to land up at Mehrabad. She was still on her way there when I last spoke to her about half an hour ago. And she would be doing the youth savas. So when she comes back, we'll have lots of stories to share. That is number one. And the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, bhaiyo aur behno, mitron, we are finally trying to open the center for the physical programs to be held there. It will commence from next Tuesday. Cyrus Khambata will be holding his session from there. And then yours truly will take over on Thursday, and it will go on. Sundays is not fixed as yet because there are a few logistical things that need to be worked out. But with Baba's grace, and I really mean it because we need all the help that he can give. Baba's grace, we hope to start off this physical meetings along with the virtual thing also, because we don't want people who are joining us from distant places like Perin Jasumani from Toronto and stuff like that. We don't want them to miss out on anything. So we will coordinate and do things accordingly. For this evening, we have two lovely ladies. I like the smile. Huh? Dikha? Okay. Chandni Jaffrey and Shilpi Srivastav. These two ladies have been handpicked by our one and only Janice, through Janice, but by Meher Baba himself. So they will first, I would request them to introduce themselves as to what they are, who they are, and what they do professionally as well as personally, their lives and all that. And then, of course, tell us about all their experiences with Meher Baba, how they started, where has it led them to. And yesterday when I was speaking with Chandni, what I liked the most was the most natural way in which things happened with her. And that is exactly how Baba does things, without making any hoo-ha or any big, like we see on the television, dharam, dhurum, and the God appearing and this and that, nothing of that sort. But one question I would like to ask both of you, as and when possible, I would like you all to describe all the meetings or the trips that you all made to Meher Baba, this, that, blah, blah, blah. But that one single moment where you felt convinced that he is
the one
what he claims to be. It's not very natural for any new person to be introduced to Meher Baba and from the day one to say, yes, he's God. It's not natural. It's not expected. So kahin na kahin jaake, somewhere or the other, it happens that particular magic moment happens. And that is what I would like them to narrate and cherish it for all of us. So without doing too much more of my bhashan, this lady Chandni cannot stop smiling. And the Shilpi bichari trying very hard, controlling. Yeah. Okay. With all his help, I would request Chandni to please start first. And Shilpi will be going away a little early, I think, but that's okay. We don't charge for that. So it's all right. Go ahead, Chandni, all yours.
Thank you, Sam Uncle, Jai Baba, Sam. Sorry, what should I call you?
Just carry on.
Yeah, thank you. But Avtar Meher Baba ki jai.
That's it.
Yes, thank you for giving me this opportunity and this platform today. It's so special, and that's why you can see I can't stop smiling, because it's just a dream come true to be able to talk about his love and share his love. And finally, it's just at least we can talk to somebody about it. So this is absolutely wonderful. And that question you asked me, and I think we spoke last evening, and this usually people ask, when did you come to Baba? So one is when and how. So usually now when people ask me, when did you come to Baba? If you asked me this 10 years back, I would have said 15th August. That was the first time I actually visited the shrine. But today, when you ask me, when did I come to Baba, I get totally confused. Because, I don't know when it all started. Because I looked at my, that infant progress milestone card. So my parents used to maintain that extremely fastidiously. So they used to, when did the baby take the first steps? When did, jump toss? Things like that. You have to maintain a whole chart, progress report. So there was this one column which says, what were the first words spoken? And my first words were Baba.
Wow.
And I never called my father Baba. I called him Papa or Papu or Daddy, but never Baba. So, like my brother famously says, कि तुम तभी भी Baba Baba करती थी, अभी भी Baba Baba कर रही हो. What has changed? Nothing has changed. So that's what I think. That was very wonderful. So every day there is this whole excitement about discovering something more about your own self. Then I want to talk about how I came to Baba. What happened. So actually, this is a very interesting story. So we used to do Reiki with Farzeen Shroff. And this was a preliminary session of Reiki. And she was teaching us with all her heart and concentration, and she was drawing some symbols. So you have to be really attentive in the class. And it was happening in this room, and there was this one particular picture of a very good looking man. And I said, my God, do they make them like that anymore? I said, my God, how can somebody be so good looking? I couldn't get past the beauty and the grace that man had. And I actually thought he's doing a fashion show. And I said, wow, these guys have great tastes. And they've actually hung a beautiful picture of this. And I'm thinking in my head, oh, is it Sabyasachi? Who has styled him, with that sadra and the look and the flow and the ramp and everything? I said, like, if I look at the frame, I couldn't find one thing wrong. Everything was in place. Everything was in place. Like so perfect, such a perfect. So my whole heart and mind is focused on that picture, and she's teaching something, some symbols, some Reiki, some chakras. It's not registering at all. I was totally distracted. And in between all of these sessions, Somit, Farzin's husband, he does seva. So he actually comes with a chai ka tray in those sessions to give it to the participants. So he entered like that. And I looked at him and I said, my God, is that him? Because in my head, who else could it be? So there was this striking similarity. And I was a bit confused. And I said, okay, it could be him, but I think he looks better in pictures. So I was totally convinced it is Somit, but only that he photographs really well. And I thought he probably has a very good team working with him, because ऐसा देखने में तो ऐसा तो नहीं है normal में, but उसमें तो something else is happening. So I was like, but my entire discourse, like I think it was a 2-hour session, and 2 hour, this is all I was doing. I'm just looking at this picture and I'm thinking, if I would paint it, I would paint it like this. If I would, like, everything was only about that picture. And a part of me was extremely guilty, because by then I had figured out that this man is potentially my teacher's husband. So, who I'm thinking about and focusing on is actually my teacher's husband. So it was very confusing for me, but anyway, that's where it ended. After the Reiki session got done, and the whole class of students, then Farzeen suggested, that time she was a closeted Baba follower. She never used to say Meher Baba or nothing. She was extreme, and I'm talking almost 10 years back. So she suggested, oh, there's this shrine in Ahmednagar and we should take a drive down, spend a weekend there, and it'll be nice and all. So I said, okay, it seems like a good idea, this set of people, and said, okay, we could do that. I think it sounds good. But then when she said it's a weekend, I got a little confused. So I called up and I said, Farzeen, if it's a weekend, what is the itinerary? And remember, I come from a business background. I also run a theater company, but primarily I come from a business background, a corporate background. So everything is like minuted for me. So I said, what are we going to do, like, for 2 days? It seems like an excess, of time to spend in a place, because you go to a shrine and you come back. I mean, you don't, like Ajmer Sharif and all, you just come back. You don't spend the weekend there. So she said, no, see, you go to the Samadhi. So I said, yeah, that will take half an hour. How far is it? And whatever. I just totally mapped the minutes. And okay, then she said there is food. So there is that, what's in this? MPR. So it's a nice place. You can hang around there. I said, okay. And then what you do? So she said, actually, then you do nothing. I said, Farzeen, with all the respect, all due respect I have for you, like in my heart, of course, I can't tell her this, she's my teacher. So I said, this is something I can't get around. Okay. So I said, this for you also, it's a bit of an excess, right? But anyway, we got roped in and we went to Mehrabad. It was 15th of August, I remember, because it was a rush day. And since it was my car, so everybody was in my car. And by which time I had no idea what is Meher Baba, what is Mehrabad, what is this all about, and nothing, no clue. In the car, there were these conversations happening about this particular Baba who never spoke for some 40-year-odd years. And I said, really, it must be one of those again. We know Babas have a bad rap. So I said, oh, so it must be one of those things. I never spoke. I said, I'm pretty sure that, something's really wrong in this. So they kept on talking about this story and that story and this story. And I got so exhausted, I dozed off. I mean, actually, I wanted to jump off the car and actually go back, but I couldn't do that because my car. So I really didn't want to be a part of it. I couldn't have done it. But my real instinct was to just jump off and just call this off and say, this is really not my scene. And they kept on talking and I slept off. I think that was my defense. And then while I slept off, I had this vivid dream. And I saw this man, and I don't know his physical form. I have nothing. And I saw this person who came in my dream, and he was wearing that some white, but much older, not that good looking Sabyasachi. Some really old, like a who can pass off as a Baba, and he's wearing something white. And I was sleeping, and he spoke to me and says, "You are blessed." He said, "You are blessed." He
Wow.
spoke to me, and I felt a touch like here on my forehead. And I just woke up, and I woke up. And I said, "My God, this Baba, this whatever Baba you guys are talking, is coming in my dreams. He's this is some other energy." And I was so disturbed. I said, "And who says he doesn't speak? He speaks. He spoke to me. He's an imposter. I'm telling you, this is all a mistake. He speaks. He spoke to me. I heard him speak." So these guys were anyway saying she's a nutcase. They were very convinced that I'm going to run off. I will never reach the Samadhi. I was in that state of mind. Anyway, we reached Mehrabad. We reached the Samadhi. There was a long queue because it was 15th August. So I was in the queue and I was in that. So when it was just 2 steps away, I was entering the shrine. Even then, I actually thought of running away. I said, okay, I'm standing. See, I have nothing to ask for. I have nothing to give. I have nothing to ask for. So why am I here? And so I'm thinking in my head, why am I here? What am I doing here? So for some reason, Fazine was behind me in the queue. And suddenly she says, as if on a queue, she says, "Are you wondering what you're doing here?" I said, "Absolutely, Fazine, absolutely. Can I just opt out, with all due respect? Because I don't want to be getting into a shrine and not believing in something I'm doing. I want to be 100% in it." So she said, "Oh, you're confused." I said, "Yeah, totally." I said, "I think this is not my scene." So she said, "Do one thing, go inside the shrine and ask him only, why have you called me? Why? What am I doing here?" Same question you're asking, ask him. I said, "Well, he'll answer." Yeah, ask, try, no. Just go inside and ask. Whatever questions I say, "Baba, I don't know what this is. I don't know why you called me. Please tell me. Why have you called me?" So anyway, somehow I said, okay, if I have to ask him a question, I very grudgingly picked up one rose from they have these baskets there. So I just very grudgingly picked up, and I said, no, in good etiquettes. I picked up the rose. I went inside the shrine, and Fazine was still behind me. Just as I entered the shrine, I entered, and it was like seriously some lightning bolt or cataclysmic. And I saw these colors, and I felt as if, I don't know, 1,000 bolts hit me or something happened. I was just totally rooted, and I'm holding that rose and I'm standing, and I can't move. And it's a 15th August thing. So I have this faint understanding that the usher is saying, "Madam, aage badhiye." Or, I mean, of course, they don't speak. They're trying to kind of gently guide you that please move ahead so the others can enter. I just can't move. I'm just standing, rooted in one place. So I think then I didn't know. My second impulse was that maybe I should get down on my knees. I mean, my mind was not working. So I get down on my knees. Then again, I don't know what to do next. So I said, what should I do next? So I put that flower I had, I just put it on the samadhi, and I just put my head down. And then I heard myself say, "Oh, I love you. I love you." I started repeating to him, "I love you. I love you. I love you. I've always loved you. I love you. I love you." And on a repeat record, I don't know how many times I told him I love you. And I meant it came from my heart. I genuinely felt I have loved this person forever. So much of love I felt. And I kept on telling him. And I was embarrassed with my own self that what is happening to me? What am I doing here? I mean, this is some other energy. So that was my another part of me. And somehow now, since I was so rooted in the shrine, Farzin was sent again to salvage me, that please get her out, because they were wondering, "Are Chandni nahi wapas aayi, baki sab wapas aa gaye." People went on the side, they did whatever. I was still inside. Then Farzeen came and she gently said, "Chandni, just come out," and she took me out. So to your question, in which you asked, what was that one moment when you knew he's the one? This was my one moment when I knew without any doubt, and I knew he's God. I knew he's somebody I love. And I also knew he's somebody who loves me more than I love him. I just knew all that without question. without a shadow of doubt. So that's really that moment. That was my moment. Yes.
May I just interject?
Yeah.
Chandni, whatever you said up to now just gives me this feeling that your soul was connected to him
Yeah.
in past lives.
Yes.
And when the moment or the time was right, it fructified.
Yes.
As a child, when you yelled out Baba, that was the first indication कि वो connection लेके आई है.
हाँ.
Number one. Then number two, you getting attracted to his picture,
Yeah.
regardless of whatever is going on in that room. That is number two. And that magic moment when you bow down to him and it just came out from you, okay, I love you, I've always loved you.
Yes.
I've always loved you. You see, in this, sorry, I'm taking your time.
No problem.
In this thing with Meher Baba is, ke, remember, we recited this prayer to love you more and more and more and more and still yet more until we become worthy of union with you and help us all to hold fast to Baba's Daman till the very end.
Right.
What is that very end? That very end is not your this life here. God grant you long life and all that. But after you die, there will be, depending on whatever, until your soul merges in him,
Yeah.
he will keep his nazar on you.
Mm.
That is the thing which only he as an avatar can do and nobody else, according to me. So, sorry for the interjection.
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Shilpi. No. Okay. So my connection with Baba happened like it
What
moved.
do you do personally? What do you do?
So I work with karigars and promote their products under the brand name Meher Kriti. So God's creation, that is the name that Baba has bestowed to the brand. And I'm a well-being coach also. So these are the two things that I do. Connection to Baba happened through, as Chandni said, both me and Chandni had gone for the Reiki workshop to Farzeen and Somit. And so Farzeen and Somit introduced us to Baba. And uh, when they spoke about Baba to us, I was like, okay, what happened to like these Farzeen and Somit? They are such fine human beings. What happened to them? ये क्या बाबा बाबा कर रहे हैं? So I was like kind of very sympathetic towards them because कि मतलब एक और बाबा आ गए. That was my. Then Farzeen had invited us for a book reading session to her place. I went to that book reading session only out of social obligation because maybe teacher ne invite kiya hai, so I should go. That was the attitude that I went with. Before going there, I did a Google search about Meher Baba, and it said one of his quotes like, "I am God." मैंने कहा अच्छा, ये अपने आप को भगवान भी बोलते. So I am God. He's declaring himself to be a God. So I was like, from a very suspicious thing, it started. And I went to Farzeen's place for the book reading. And when I went there, Cyrus and Soumya were conducting the session, and they were sitting in front of me, and Baba's picture was on my left hand side. And for 2.5 hours, I could not move my eyes off the picture. So at times I was feeling it is so rude that the people who are conducting the session, they are just sitting in front of me and I'm not looking at them. I'm just looking at Baba's picture. But I was
glued to that picture, and tears were just rolling down. And
Sorry, what was it? The same picture that she saw, or this is
no, it was Baba's
Okay.
picture in a frame, no, another picture, colored picture. So and tears were just rolling down, rolling down. That's when I felt it was a kind of numbness, and I felt that there's something. But still, I could not say what it is. But yes, that connect happened, little connect happened there. Then after that, after Chandni came back from, in fact, from Mehrabad only. When Chandni went to Mehrabad in August, I could not go at that time because of some family engagement. And when she called me from there and she spoke about her experience, and then when she came back and she spoke about her experience again, she talked in detail about what all happened at Mehrabad. Then I said, okay, I must go and visit this place and see how it is. So October 2011, I went to Mehrabad along with my daughter. I checked with my husband, but my husband at that time said, "Ki nahi, tum log jao, meko nahi jana hai. I don't want to go to any Baba and all." So both me and my daughter went there, and so first we went to MPR for the checking and everything. So I was in awe with the place, the structure and everything so beautifully done up. Then when I went to the Samadhi, and the moment I entered the Samadhi, it was like, and I bowed down to the Samadhi, it was like I'm meeting my father after a very long time. And it was like his love just pouring down. And again, that food ke rona wala, I was crying, sobbing. And it was like how you meet your father after a very long gap. It was that feeling. And then again, what Chani is like, the only thing that was coming out of the heart was, I love you and I thank you. Love you and thank you. These were the only two words which were coming out at that moment. And till now, whenever I go to the Samadhi, these are the only two words that come from my heart, that love you, thank you, love you, thank you.
I think that is enough. You don't need to
Yes.
say any more
Yes.
to him
So,
when you're with him.
yes. So then Johan was there during, I was there, my first day I was there at Mehrabad for 3-4 days, and Johan so warmly took care of us. He showed us the places and the food. I love the food of MPR and the warmth of the people. Warmth of the people. So I was really like, first connection happened, deep connection happened at that time. My daughter was 9 years old at that time, and she had her own experience. The energy that she experienced when she came back to Bombay, she told my husband that, Papa, वहां पे ऐसा लग रहा था जैसे कोई tickle कर रहा है. So the energy that she felt was that someone is tickling her. And the next sentence that she told him was that, आप वहां पर जाओगे ना तो once you go there, you would want to go every week. These were the words that on her own she expressed to her father. And my husband, for the first time, went to Mehrabad in August 2012. And after that, it had happened that every weekend he would pick up the car and he would be in Mehrabad.
Wow.
So that is how the connection happened. And thank you, Baba. Thank you for taking us in his fold. I think people ask us, when did you come in his fold? So as Shani said, maybe we feel right now, we feel that we have always been in his fold. It is just that in this lifetime, we got to know about him in 2011, but we have always been in his fold.
Yeah.
Sorry. Have you met your namesakes in Mehrabad?
Shilpi Sharma from Lucknow.
No, Gokaran and Urmila Srivastav?
Yes, very much. Yes, very much. Gokaran uncle, Urmila auntie. Yes, very much. So during the next day, for the New Year's again, I went to Mehrabad, and that's when we had a lot of interaction because Ashima was there and Nikki was my daughter's age. So we spent a lot of time at their place, and we could.
Just a suggestion to both of you all.
Yeah.
Next time, whenever you get an opportunity, try and spend more time with Gokaran.
Hmm.
He has got tons and tons and tons of knowledge.
Yeah.
He will give you parallels in Vedanta. He will give you this, that, and whatever Ram did, how Meher Baba has done this, and Christ के time में कैसे था मैं अभी कैसे हो गया, and all that thing.
Hmm.
And it's just, it just transforms you into another level, you know.
Right.
Itself.
Sure.
Okay.
We've been part of some of the workshops that Gokran Uncle does.
Acha.
We've been, some of them we've conducted, some of them we sat through. So that some of it was part of Sahavas, but also additionally he would conduct workshops and I would make sure. And I think Shilpi has also
You had
attended.
gone.
I had gone for a few. I would be, but there's, like you said, there's a repository of data and facts and stories that it's a treasure trove. Yeah. It's wonderful to be spending time with them. In fact, there's one more kissa I wanted to talk about of, being in Baba's kutia when we went to the Samadhi. So, carrying forward from where she, like, for me, Baba is this eternal mentor, eternal teacher, and his ways are very different, very, very different. But it's him. You also know that lesson is coming from him. Uh, so in this one particular case, I'd gone to the Samadhi and I always like to go to the hut, Baba's hut, and spend time there. So that's really how I'll after the darshan, I will actually go and sit in the Samadhi for half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it is. I just like to just sit there, do nothing. I mean, I've really learned how to do nothing. So Baba has taught me that. So I used to, so there's one of these days and I was in the hut and that glass casket. So I was just looking at it and just nothing, just talking to Baba, just enjoying his presence, just sitting there, just hanging out, as they say. And suddenly I saw, these two lizards. And in that room, sometimes they are really fat lizards, like really, really fat ones. They're not the house lizards, they are those wild lizards. And they decided to have, like, they were rollicking around and they're under that casket, they're going up and down and up and down and up and down. And I have a morbid fear of lizards. Like, I get paralyzed with lizards. I've always had this strange fear about lizards. Like, if you ask me what I'm most afraid of, it'll be lizards. Now these lizards are under the that casket, going all sorts of things and being very unpredictable, very playful. So, and they were not one, two. So there was this one lizard will climb on top of the other lizard and something was happening and they'll jump here and jump there. And I said, my God. So I started palpitating and I'm getting chakkar. I said, ye to kuch ho raha hai yahan pe, kuch hone wala hai. And then suddenly those lizards, as if like that, if it was a movie, it'll be like this. They turn their head like that. I don't know if you can see my hand. They turn their head like that. They look at me like eye contact. And suddenly both of them decide to jump on me. I'm sitting on the other end of the hut, like the end of the hut, opposite to the casket. And they just dive on me. And I am running out of the hut like a mad woman. I said, my God, oh, lizard. And I'm running out. And of course, people outside are not reacting. It's a common thing. People run out crying from the Samadhi, run out from the hut. So nobody came for my help also. Kya ho gaya? And I ran out and I'm palpitating. I'm this, that, ye, wo. So, and I'm thinking, I was having such a great time with Baba. And what is this whole two lizards fat being sent on me? And it's very unusual. So the best thing is I go to Google and say, oh, tree lizards, do they jump on you? Do they hop on you? Like, I'm doing all research that how did this really ever happen? Why did they jump on me? And both, not one, both of them. So I come out and I'm like really petrified. So when I come back, I'm really disturbed with this experience. So then I asked Baba, I said, Baba, why did you make those lizards jump on me? You know how scared I am. Why did you do that? I wanted to be with you. And you then throw these lizards on me. And in your room, why did you do that? So he answered, he gave me this answer, because I wanted to teach you that love and fear cannot coexist. I said, yes, I wanted to teach you that. So these are opposing energies. So he gave me this answer. I said, oh, then I'm Googling, okay, love versus fear. Love and fear don't. Because he gave me this very clear answer, love and fear cannot coexist. So when you're in a state of love, you cannot be in a state of fear. And if you're in a state of fear, you cannot be in a state of love. So I wanted to show you that. So you need to choose. So if you choose fear, you lose love. So yeah, so I just there's so many things he's taught me, but I just want to tell you, like that he teaches. He's very loud. He will do these kind of things, throw lizards at you. Like it's never subtle. Baba is never subtle. It's loud and clear. Like जब तक तुम्हारे भेजे में चलेगा नहीं, तब तक he will tell you कि ये ऐसे है. So this was one experience, the experience that I wanted to share. After that, I wanted to tell you some interesting stories about Sahavas. And I think those are really, really interesting stories when we started seeing Baba in full force and action in our lives. So we started doing Sahavas, which now Janice is, which you talked about. In that, we were invited to host dance and drama workshops, like as a workshop, and help the Sahavas see with the workshop. And they needed one program in the grand finale of the show that they do. There is a grand finale day after the 7 days, the 7th day.
The final night.
The final day. The final night
night.
is called the celebration night, in which there are many, many, many performances, and then there is a grand finale performance. So we were invited, Shilpi and I were invited to do dance and drama and conceive and direct and produce something and for Baba. Now, the challenge with that guy, I said, okay, now this has come to us. Now we can't do anything about Baba's life. It has to be a dance drama, storytelling. So I'm asking Baba, I said, Baba, what story do you want me to tell? Like I can't graphically do, like it's not a biography of Baba's life or his works or his words, nothing. You have to creatively do something. Now that was, I think, by far the most challenging brief that I have ever got, to work on a script or something. So I would be praying to Baba. I will call up Shilpi. I don't know how many times, 20,000 times, saying, "कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, करना क्या है? मतलब वहां जाके करेंगे क्या? हम लोग कर तो रहे हैं, but how? What is the theme? How will?" Somehow the theme will fall in place. And this is a 7-day Sahavas. So it's, you have to attend all the workshops also. It's not like you are only doing your dance drama rehearsal and dance drama thing. And as you know, 15-minute dance drama requires rehearsals, music, sound, dance, everything, put it together. So we actually, it was almost next to impossible to pull it off, because the whole day we have to attend the workshops. So when do we really rehearse for something like this, and how do we put this together? So one thought, the Baba told us, yahi se sab karke jao. So from Mumbai, we would prepare everything. We'll do the soundtrack, we'll do the scripting. I would map every move, every character I will draw out, like that level of detailing. Every character I will draw out, their costumes, what they will wear, what they will do. But now I said, humne to kar liya apna detailing. Wahan jaake will we find these characters? Will we actually find those concepts in people? And most of our cast used to be 20 people, 30 people cast, like really large. So to find Sahavas used to fill those parts. And then to do that in a short time was, anyway, but we'll say, okay, we'll see, we'll now going anyway, but worst case, okay, we won't be able to pull it off. Okay, at least we'll attend the Sahavas and do something about it. So then we will prepare that. And then of course, Shilpi would get down to the whole part of kind of putting the muscles on the skeleton thing. And I think you want to talk about your experiences. So most of them were costume, and we were doing larger than life dramas, like really large scale costumes, like large music, like really grand presentation. That's the vision Baba will give, which is even in Mumbai, it will be difficult to pull it off. So वो अहमदनगर जाके हॉस्टल ए में जाके कैसा करना है पता नहीं, आने का इतना विजन तो दे दिया है, करेंगे कैसे? It was always a big if. So.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I think the experiences related to Chandni used to really work out on very beautiful themes, and one of the important part of that was getting the right costumes. And I think through these experiences, Baba has really taught me about surrenderance. So I'll share a couple of experiences. So one of the events, Chani briefed me that I need jute sacks for the participant. For some few participant, I need jute sacks. And I was like, "ठीक है, वो तो easy है. I'll go to any shop. I'll get the jute sacks." And I started hunting for it. बच्चे shop I went to 25 shops और मेरे को jute sacks नहीं मिले. What they were getting, आजकल those plastic sacks have started coming. So I did not get the jute sacks. And one day was left for us too. We had to go to Mehrabad the next day. And I'm still on my scooty. I'm like looking for the jute sack and nothing. Then I am like, बाबा कल जाना है क्या होगा अभी तक तो बैग्स ही नहीं अरेंज हुए. And I started this conversation with Baba. And the moment I said, Baba, kya hoga? You only tell. The moment I said, Baba, show the way, I saw a person coming from the opposite direction on a cycle. And then I see at the back of the cycle, there is a bag, जिसमें से jute bag निकल रहा है. Okay.
It was a polythene torn. She actually saw through the torn polythene. These things were falling off from his behind.
And a fraction of second, the moment I said कि बाबा क्या tomorrow morning कल सुबह जाना है अभी तक bags नहीं arrange हुए, please help. And within fraction of second, this person is coming from opposite direction on a cycle. And I was like, okay. I stopped that person. I said, मेरे कुछ 10 bags चाहिए आपके पास होंगे क्या? And he said yes. And within 10 minutes, I had 10 sacks with me. So this is what, just ask Baba and he will take care of it. That is one of the learnings that I got. Like I had made all the efforts. Still, after that, I asked Baba and then he ensured that I get that. Then second experience, we had this Hostel A auditorium has a costume room, which has some lovely costumes. And again, we had some 20-25 participants for the show. And for each of the participants, Chandni had some different requirements and everybody needed a different fit. So I go to this costume room and I start looking for it. And there was one full lot of clothes kept in one corner. And I start pulling off, and you won't believe, I put my hand down, and the costume that used to come out in my hand was exactly the thing that was needed and exactly the fit that was needed.
Sorry, and exactly the what?
The fit,
Okay.
the size that was needed. So again, surrenderance to Baba. Then another experience, for I think the third or the fourth time we were going to Mehrabad, third time we were going to Mehrabad for the Sehwas, and Chandni again had told me about certain costume, and I had checked at the costume places, the fancy dress wala shops in Bombay, and they were not available. And on our way, she was driving, and on our way, we were discussing कि यार Chandni, Bombay में तो मिला नहीं. She said कि Bombay में तो मिला नहीं. How will we get that? And I started Googling about the costume shops in Ahmednagar. And Chandni has had this reaction. अरे Bombay में नहीं मिला तो Ahmednagar में कैसे?
आरनगांव में कहाँ से मिलेगा? पूरी दुकानें. She combed the whole of Bombay, like all the possible places, and she couldn't find it.
So then, before going to the hostel, we straight away went. So we found one address, and we went to that address. And entry करके एक छोटू सा shop था. And Chandni is looking at my face. Do you think that यहाँ पे मिलेगा कुछ? So I was like, let's go and check. And from that little entrance, we went inside, and there was a huge place, and all the dresses. Like she needed one angel ka dress, and it was just in front of our eyes,
Like it was hanging
there
on a hanger, same size, exactly how I drawn it.
Where was this? In Arangaon?
Yeah,
Ahmednagar.
Arangaon, very close to
Not Ahmednagar. In Ahmednagar.
In Ahmednagar, not
Yeah.
And it's called some dress or
Om dress wala.
home dress wala. And you know, it is so nested, so you can just miss it. I mean, she tracked it on Google. The front is so, you just can't see it inside. as you enter, it's the hugest costume shop you can ever conceive of. And it's got like it's in 2, 3 levels. And then it's got 2, 3 other additional, anything and everything you can conceive of. It's there in that Ahmednagar shop. It was crazy, crazy.
So I think when we the learnings here was like when we are in his service and we it's not we who are doing it, is he who is arranging everything so that things are like performed in the best possible way. So
So it's like, oh, so you think you are the choreographer? It's like that. If I'd like to write a book, it'll be this. So do you think you're the choreographer? Yeah, that's really how it is.
I don't know if you all have experienced this, but oftentimes I have felt this कि कोई भी बाबा के काम के लिए बाहर निकलो तो पहली चीज वो हैरान करते हैं, harasses you, and so much so कि पानी यहाँ तक आ जाता है, you know, like कि
Correct.
what do we do now? I mean, and then pronto एकदम सामने आ जाता है.
Correctly.
Like you
Absolutely.
said about this shop and this and that, and everything just falls into place. Fat.
absolutely.
That's him.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
So another thing, so when also the show, when it used to happen, like the emotions used to run so high, so much of effort the Savasi were putting, we were putting, like, we used to have blisters in our feet, and I remember Shilpi is running around. I would get dehydrated because it was very hot, and you're running from one place to like, it's just crazy. Those 7 days are like a workshop in the real sense, 24 hours. But you love it, you enjoy it. In that, there is this amazing love, and you feel, oh my God, nothing better can happen. It just, and it gives you the energy to do this kind of, some things that you would not feel are possible to pull off. So I used to get, initially the first time around, I used to get very high strung, and I would get very anxious that abhi sham ko show hai aur dopahr mein rehearsal kar rahe hain. I do not plan. I planned like till the last, how the bow tie also, for example, how it'll fall. Like that's the way I would like it. So I've been kind of blamed as being a perfectionist, but okay, if it is a folly, it is so. So I used to get very anxious and very high strung, and just before the show was to happen, the first time that we did the show, and it was beautifully, everybody had worked hard, and we knew it will pull up, but I just couldn't go through with it anymore, with all this this drama, and like you said, almost you this sense of harassment you feel ki bhaiya itna yahan dauda rahe udhar dauda rahe, kuch samajh mein nahi aaya. So I gave up just before the show, and I told Shilpi, I don't think I can go, tum log kar lo, mujhse nahi ho raha hai, I am done. You guys, you already know what to do. I said, this is not, I can't go through with this. Another 6 hours like this on the grind, not happening. So I told them, I said, sorry, I'm done. I can't. I know my body is collapsing. My nerves are getting fried. I can't do this like this. Because I really wanted the show to go well. It was my first show. We had put in so much work, and I was getting very nervous and very anxious. So anyway, so then Somit gave me a lecture about how I'm a perfectionist, and when you are with Baba, you can't, or something. So then
Do you think you are doing it?
and do you think you are doing it? When you're Baba, you think you are doing it? मैंने कहा देखो जो भी है, only if he's doing also, I can't do this. I also have to do now. My part I can't do. Let him do. No, I can't do. I cannot go through with this. I give up. So then Farzeen said, calm down. They took me out for chai, and just half an hour to go. I said, Farzeen, I don't have time for this. Nice. It's half an hour we have to go up on stage. She's saying, Are nahi, come on, have that Baba ki chai. Have you seen? I said, no. They took me out. They gave me some chai. Both of them fed me some chai and said, Abhi, what do you think you should do? I said, I don't know. Go to Samadhi. I said, what? Go to Samadhi? I said, please. Again, I said, with all your fine people, with all due respect, this again, felt like one of those stretch things. And then I'm conceiving, they have a crossing, railway crossing. Wahan pe phas gaye, to I'll come after 9 only. the show will be over, everything will be over. Like, this is like a crazy idea to go to Samadhi. But she said, no, 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 go to Samadhi, go to Samadhi, go then. So I said, okay. Anyway, if I don't reach, okay. If I reach, okay. So I just go to the Samadhi. And while the show is going, yeah, I walked. They dropped me till that crossing. And they said, go, because they had to be back. So I said, okay, so I went to the Samadhi. And then again, I bowed down. I said, Baba, देखो, या तो तुम करो या मैं करूं, बहुत इंटरफेयर हो रहा है. You are interfering too much. So या तो तुम मुझे करने दो या तुम कर लो. You know, this is too much, like two people doing it, and I know you are involved. But you know, this is getting too difficult for me to handle. Okay. So I said, at least I need to know, okay, I now know you want to be involved. Plus, please tell me how much you want to be involved. So he said 50-50. I said, my God, matlab, you're 50 and 50%, matlab, half and half partnership hai kya ye? So he said, yeah, 50-50. He told me 50-50 hai. I said, so 50-50, my God, now I have to make adjustments because I'm thinking I'm doing it. Shilpi and I are doing it. I said, abhi ek banda hai, 50-50, usko sambhal ke chalna hai. I mean, you know how it is in a partnership, to make room. So I said, my God, I have to make room for you. He's saying, absolutely, you have to make room for me, 50-50. So I said, acha. तो ऐसे ठीक है, अभी यही है, यही मैसेज दिया बाबा ने. I reached back right on time before the show and शिल्पी सिंह कर रही हो? मैंने कहा हाँ करो, 50-50 करना है. He said 50% चाहिए. तो I said चलो. And of course the show happened and it went like a dream. It was like a dream. I mean, it was so beautiful, much more beautiful than we ever thought it was possible. The way it went and the laughter, the love everybody experienced, it was just amazing.
Baba completely took over.
He just took over. So
if I may again step in, we've done a lot of shows at Hostel A, and every time without fail, yours truly kabhi dialogues mess up kar deta hai, costume mein lafra ho jata hai, and this Menosh is like her, you know, kind of perfectionist, and he screams and shouts. And I still remember I was to do Pendu, who had after the accident, and उसका कोई एक पैर ऐसा था, तो कभी राइट लेग ऐसा हो जाता था, कभी लेफ्ट लेग ऐसा, all these kinds of things, you know, kept happening. But just before the curtains would open, Alan would be announcing on the PA, okay, by now this show is on and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And we would be quietly standing facing the Samadhi. And Menosh, in his own style, he would say, okay, Baba, we've done our best. Words to the effect. Now, please take over. And the minute that thing was said, we bowed down and tuck.
Yeah. It's like clockwork.
Exactly.
Clockwork. Not a second off.
And
not a second.
And to make it feel worse is you don't want it to get over. You're
yes.
And suddenly you're taking a curtain call and you're doing bow down and Avatar Mehr Baba ki jai. Hare, itna jaldi khatam bhi ho gaya.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is how he takes over.
Absolutely. You want to talk about Sahvas? You wanted to talk about...
So Sahvas, I think we have covered.
Yeah.
So I think what Sahvas has taught us is that feeling of that constant companionship with Baba, that has really come up from the Sahvas. Like he is constantly there. We are having a constant dialogue with him. I'll share a very funny incident. I had to meet someone. I was asking for a meeting with someone, work meeting with someone for a long time, and I was not getting a time. Once I was outside and I got a call from that person that can we meet in half an hour. and I was not dressed well. Like I felt that I'm not dressed for the meeting.
This was in.
And it was in Mumbai.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. And but then I thought ki, okay, that person is, I should reach on time. That is more important than going back home and getting ready for the meeting. So I sat in the auto and I just asked Baba, is it okay if I go like this? And I opened my phone to see open the mirror, like the camera, to see the hair and all is okay. And then came the message, a Baba picture, which was like this picture of Baba, that this picture of Baba. And I was like, okay. No. So, matlab, that how he responds to you,
Yes.
and the way he responds to us, it's amazing, it's incredible. And another thing that he has taught us is surrenderance, complete surrenderance. Life is there, challenges are there, but the way I used to handle the challenges earlier, Baba has completely erased that. Like now it is like, you take care, I'm doing my work, now it is you. That surrenderance has completely, and how things are unfolding and changing. So it's a beautiful, beautiful
I
journey.
said
Thank
it
you.
a little earlier about surrenderance before the program started, and you quoted Cyrus Kambata.
Yes, yeah.
It's about that.
Like he says, na,
And
sir under. Sir under karo.
meaning, put your head
On his feet.
at his feet.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
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 अंदर उनके कदमों के अंदर.
Correct.
That is what, and it's the most beautiful thing that can ever happen.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a small little thing. Ki more than you feeling that joy ke हाँ भाई मैंने अभी उनको ये सब सौंप दिया, I've surrendered. It is he who's jumping with joy.
Yeah.
Actually, कि ये बंदा अभी मेरे को सब surrender कर दिया. You know, and then he over. I always remember his quote कि once you become mine, जब तुम मेरे हो जाते हो, remember this, जब तुम मेरे हो जाते हो, I dare not, care not.
I dare not. Absolutely.
What a profound thing in just a few words. फटाक से बोल दिया, पर पहले मेरे हो जाओ.
Absolutely.
When you become mine, I dare not, care not. It has been inscribed in my head. The little head that I have, उसमें it's been inscribed.
You know, so when this talk came by, I think you have to step away for a minute.
2 minutes.
For a minute.
Uh-huh.
When this talk came by, and I prayed to Baba and I said, Baba, we are going to say a lot of things with your, which you are going to prompt. But if there is one thing that we must say, there's one thing that we have to say, what would it be? So he answered, he said, surrender. That's the message. If at all, that's what I want this to be all about. And in fact, he guided me to, I have a book of angels. So he actually guided me to these 2 pages. I was praying. So I was, actually these 2 pages were thrown at me. And I wanted to just read those things. And it says surrender. And it came like a feather on these 2 pages. I was reading, so it just fell like this on this page, like that. And it says surrender. So I'd like to read what it says. It says, I have no worries. I surrender. I trust. I believe. When I feel alone and things don't look good, I surrender to you. You ensure that your loving presence is felt through a song, a word, or something that I see. When I feel my energy ebbing from doing everything I humanly could, I surrender to you. I close my eyes and you connect me to the universal energy. When I feel misunderstood, no matter how hard I try, I surrender to you. You never disappoint. You show me the other side. When I feel unloved and unvalued, I surrender to you. You hold me close to your bosom and tell me you are loved. When I sometimes grope in the dark, I surrender to you. You dot my path with angels, they give me love and light. I know then that I'm your loved child. I am love, I am light, I am. I surrender, I surrender, I surrender to your all pervading love.
Jai Baba.
This is what came to me. Yeah. Also, I know Shilpi has to, do you have to step out for a minute? I actually also wanted to take this opportunity and this platform to thank so many people. I could perhaps miss a few, but I just really wanted to thank all these people who've literally held our hands. And you know how you walk a toddler? So Baba sent them and they walked us on the path, like, showed us the way when we were totally lost. And yeah, Shilpi is stepping out for a minute, but this is a combined list. Yeah. So first of all, I wanted to thank Johan Noble and Biff Soper for his wonderful, wonderful presence and his wonderful energy. And he taught us, that tree hugging, and he's shown us around the greenery that he's planted, and he educated us a lot about trees and the natural environment in Mehrabad and how much love he puts behind it and how he upkeeps it. So Biff, Farzeen and Somit, of course, without doubt. Then Rakesh and Dr. Ashima Acharya. We've always, without like any hesitation, we just drop into their house because it's next to the book store, the utility store and the bookstore. So most often there we cross our paths, and they're always, they will kind of and even when we are in Mumbai, they are very, very helpful. Rakesh and both Dr. Ashima.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Next time, visit this Srivastav's house.
Yes, we will. We haven't done that.
I
haven't gone.
Oh, so you said you keep dropping into their house?
No, when we drop to the store, they are close by. That house is close by, so our paths keep crossing. They keep dropping in.
But you never have gotten.
Yeah, but Shilpi has visited. I haven't visited their house.
Achha, Shilpi, next time you go into that house, under enter hoke, I think on the left side, they have a lot of Baba's pictures. And there is a doll.
Doll.
बाबा के इसका doll बनाया हुआ है.
Okay.
Ask Gokaran to tell you the story about it.
For sure.
It will be something you will always cherish.
Thank you so much for sharing. I'll ask Gokaran uncle to share it with us.
आप भी जाना उनके साथ.
And then, of course, Cyrus and Soumya for their lovely, lovely, lovely book reading sessions. We haven't had many of late, but we really miss them. I hope we do it again. Dr. Gokran Srivastava, because he's, he's, like you said, a repository of so much information and so many anecdotes and literature about Baba. I'd also like to thank Jamshed Mistry for, being a constant guide and embodying Baba in his work, and we work together on certain projects. So, and of course, all the
lawyer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and all Sahavasis, they are wonderful, wonderful. All the past, present, and the future Sahavasis, I want to send all my love to them now and forever. Sahavas is a beautiful, beautiful platform for young people and not so young people like us. And it's so wonderful to share that intimacy for 7 to 10 days with Baba. It is a beautiful, beautiful platform. So on that, I think we'd like to conclude our sharing. And if there's, we're happy to talk more. We're happy to talk more, but we were given, we just wanted to stick to time. And if there is more, we can just talk.
Please
So-
don't run away.
No, now we are very much here, so we can.
Oh, but that's fine. Then carry on.
Yeah.
Since we are taking this pause here, I would like to call out to the listeners all over. If any of them have any questions so far, go ahead and ask. Please don't feel shy.
मैंने क्या किया?
Hello? Is anybody?
Sam, Jai Baba, I have definitely something to share, but being the host, I was just waiting for others to, come up with that. So Chandni, when you were,
May I just interrupt for a minute?
yes, please.
This, I don't know. This today, when I told them, okay, instead of Janice, you would be hosting. Say, oh, Mehervina, she is the queen of all the.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, I know her. She's like so wonderful. She's the queen of all. Very talented.
जानते हैं तेरे को.
So while Chandni was sharing her experience, during the Sevas about arranging everything. So I was, remembering my time because Bombay Center drama for past so many years,
He's the
the
champion.
yeah, so the entire production and recording right from, and I think एक पूरी book हो जाएगी if I keep on writing this.
Exactly. I
As
know
far
what
as-
you mean.
So one prominently incident that I remember was कि हम लोग का ये मेहर बाबा on music का जो episode था. So in that there was this scene जहाँ पे we had to arrange a sitar. Okay? Yeah. So the thing is, now every year, it used to be so exciting because shuru mein to before Nadia was into the picture, it was me and my team who used to go earlier, a week earlier. And we used to actually make the properties, and it was so fun. And Chandani, it was such an amazing experience because ऐसी ऐसी चीजें जो हमें impossible लगती थी, but we used to just jump into it because we knew that Baba is there and he is going to work, or rather he is going to make us work and make things the way he want, the whole thing to come up with. So हम लोग ने मतलब right from making that axe, वो कुराड़ और ये सब चीजें से लेके क्या कुछ बनाया है, only Baba knows what he has.
I know what
he
all he
has
makes
made.
you do.
Yes. And so this was this episode of Meher Baba on music, okay? And उसमें sitar was a prop. बाकी सब props में तो I had become an expert because the thing is हम लोग ने इतनी सारी चीजें बनाई थी. So we were like, and hostel A का जो पीछे का जो पूरा है ना, so many things are there कि उसमें से कुछ बना के जो हम present करते हैं ना, that's a big fun rather than arranging something. And one thing I have experienced that with Baba, whenever anything has to be done, under Baba's name, like it may be a drama or kuch bhi ho, he has ensured that it has become in the most economical way.
Correct.
He has ensured कि वहाँ पे thousands and lakhs of rupees को spend
बिल्कुल
करने
नहीं
की
यार.
जरूरत
जुगाड़,
नहीं है.
जुगाड़.
Yes,
जुगाड़.
absolutely
All जुगाड़.
jugaad. Absolutely jugaad. So now just think कि a dumb person like me जिसको technical ज्ञान कुछ नहीं था as far as the recording is concerned, he is placing me into that place जहाँ पे I have to do the recording of the entire drama, फिर गानों का सब recording, मतलब what can you just आ रहा था and मैं ले रही थी, it was like आ रहा था मैं ले रही थी. So there was this one incident where ये सितार को arrange करना था. Okay, so जैसे ही मैं वहाँ पे पहुंची, I started, calling people in Mehrabad, the residents in Mehrabad whom I knew. I said, and Mr. Dadar was among one of them because he is there. So I just asked him, ki, Dadar uncle, can you just arrange this sitar for us? Because there is one scene जहाँ पे हम लोग को दिखाना है. And Rajat was the one who was supposed to hold the sitar and, play it and sing along with that. तो इन लोग ने नहीं पहले तो मना किया, देन दे सेड दैट ओके, देन आई वाज जस्ट आस्किंग योहान कहाँ से, तो हम लोग को अरेंज करना ही पड़ेगा दिस दैट। 2-3 दिन बस ऐसे ही गए गए कि नहीं आई डोंट थिंक सो, इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल, देन समबडी सेइंग इम्पॉसिबल है, ये सब चल रहा था। एंड आई हैव दैट हैबिट कि आई डोंट वेट, आई डोंट वेट, हो रहा है ठीक है, नहीं तो बैकअप प्लान बी रेडी। सो व्हाट आई डिड, आई टोल्ड योहान चल, ऊपर जितना भी पैकिंग का मटेरियल था ना, सो उसमें से थर्माकोल, ओके, व्हाट ऑल थिंग्स, आई मीन दैट वाज एन अमेजिंग एक्सपीरियंस बिकॉज थर्माकोल निकाला, एंड देन पूरा पैकिंग का जो कोई तो चीज थी उसका पैकिंग था, तो उसमें ना ऐसा लंबा लंबा ऐसा मुझे दिखाई दिया। सो एंड आई हैड ओनली 2 days, और एक सितार को दिखाना है, मतलब अभी पता है ना कि सितार में कितनी सारी स्ट्रिंग्स होती है, then the fringes are there and then there's this carving on the sitar or all sorts of things are there, okay, so then Johan is wondering what is she doing. I just कि ये थर्माकोल है इसमें से सितार and all sort of rough stuff, फिर उसको मैंने बोला मुझे कुशन चाहिए, एक इतना सा कुशन, एंड देन अंदर से ना पूरा वो फैब्रिक जो था ना थिक वाला वो पूरा निकाला, एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाट ऑल थिंग्स आई स्टफ्ड इन, एंड आई एंश्योर्ड कि पूरा जो स्केलेटन मैंने बनाया ना वो पूरा मैंने रैप किया, वो वाइट कपड़ा एक था उसके अंदर, एंड यहाँ वहां से ठोक ठाक करके ना मैंने वो पूरा सितार का उसको
My God,
किया,
this is
या
really creative.
डोंट बिलीव कि वहां पे, एंड द जो फन है ना वहां पे कि एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल, अगर आपको कुछ
Absolutely.
ठोकना भी है, सब कुछ है ठोकने की चीजें, अगर कुछ पेंट करना है तो एवरीथिंग इज देयर, सो इट वाज सो वंडरफुल। एंड एंड में ना पूरा सब सितार एक्चुअली, एंड दे वर वेटिंग फॉर द ओरिजिनल सितार टू कम, एंड फाइनल डे पे ना ओरिजिनल सितार भी आई, एंड मेरी बनाई हुई भी सितार जो नीचे टेढ़ी मेढ़ी थोड़ी सी थी, बट इट वाज अ सितार फाइनली विथ ऑल द पेंटिंग एंड कार्विंग वर्क
My
डन
God.
हाँ। तो फाइनली आई लेफ्ट इट टू बाबा, नाउ यू हैव टू चूज इसमें से क्या
Is it in the costume room?
it should be
Okay.
because it was kept ऊपर एकदम से, so
Okay.
I hope it's still there.
I hope you
think
clicked a picture of it and have that as a
किया
record.
था, but I have the habit of
You
just
should,
deleting
get
the
that
pictures.
sitar, click a
हाँ.
picture, frame it, and have it.
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
later on when Rajat came, okay, because artists लोग 2 दिन पहले आते थे for the rehearsals, so by then my job was to keep all the props, the lights, everything ready, okay, so it becomes a proper run through for them. जैसे Chiki came, I asked him, okay, Rajat, these are, this is original sitar and this is, ये सितार दिख रही है क्या
ये
पहले, ये तो
original नहीं है।
बताओ मुझे, and he was like, he calls me Tai, so he said, Tai, this is amazing and I am going to use only this sitar. And that fellow, he sat with that sitar जिसमें support ऐसा नहीं है. Now a sitarist when he used to play, it has, यहाँ पे एक support होना चाहिए ना proper, तो वो इतना तो hard surface तो था नहीं, लेकिन फिर भी he managed and he
Wow.
ensured that I am going to take this sitar because I liked it very much.
Baba wanted that sitar, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are so many such incidences. अभी मुझे recollect करना पड़ेगा. During our recordings also, there was one prominent experience which I remember. But then again, it will be my talk show. But I would love to hear your stories, yeah. I mean, they are such amazing stories. Please go ahead.
Do you have any more stories? Lots.
Yeah, so
You can.
I think ऐसे एकदम से नहीं दिमाग में आ रहा है, but I think what I have learned through that is like what I shared is the surrenderance, and of course there is a need to go to Mehrabad. Of course we love that ML, but वो जो पहले था ना कि मेहराबाद में ही बाबा है, that need has shifted completely. We feel his presence all the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that shift has, thank you Baba, like it's his grace only that is there.
And also I think I don't know whether I'll be able to articulate this experience that I want to say, maybe Baba will give me the right words to say what I'm trying to say, is that this whole So when you say that, okay, when you die, you meet God, Atma Paramatma ka milan hota hai, kabhi hota hai, cycles khatam hoti hain, tab hota hai. That's not true. It's not true. It's not true. So what Baba has told me, it happens in today, right now, in this moment. So you die today only. So what Baba gave me this message, today only you die, write down all, when you're dying, all procedure, write it down today itself and die today. And say, now I've died to have that meeting. So you don't have to wait to die. It's an annihilation of your ignorance, which blocks that Atma Paramatma. It's not eternal cycles of many lifetimes and many things, and eventually you have that union. It's not true. And you don't have to have any qualification for that union. You don't have to have any, like, karmic life cycle for that union. Like there is a certain thought, philosophical thought saying, इतने सारे जन्म लेने के बाद फिर फाइनली आपका प्यूरिफिकेशन होता है और उसके बाद आत्मा परमात्मा मिलते हैं. It's not true. In this moment of time, if I say I want to have the union with you, I would be granted that union. It's a choice we make. It's our destiny. And that destiny can be exercised in every moment, living, sleeping, whatever moment you have. So I don't know whether I'm being able to articulate this thing, but this has come to me very, 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 very directly to me, that right now is the union. You don't have to wait. You don't have to cry. You don't have to wait for qualifications. You don't have to wait for those conditions. Nothing. Right now, as you talk, you are one. It's just for you to activate that and claim. It's like not activate, claim it. That's the word, claim it.
I think Chandni, well said, because I think I don't remember the exact words, but this is what Baba has said, that, this is that avataric period, after the avatar drops his body, the next 100 years are so powerful that he doesn't, you don't have to be a yogi or a saint for him to shower his grace. So it is this moment, this time. So it is we who have to grab the opportunity.
Yes.
And, try to forget ourselves, eliminate self-interest, and just, hold on to his Raman. Yeah.
Yeah, pull it in, just pull it in, and then work as a channel. So,
yes.
To you and through you.
Yeah.
So, and it's not something reserved at a certain, eternal lifetime or something, and not the physical act of dying. Like, it says that Baba says that when you breathe your last, you'll come to me. But then you can breathe your last right now also. Like, what I mean, not in a physical sense. Right now, you can just die. Decide to choose to die. And in that moment, you will be one. So I claim that. I claim that every day. Every morning I wake up, I claim it. I claim that union. I claim that 50-50 partnership. Every single day I ask for it now. Earlier I was using it, I was looking at it as some kind of interference. But that's the best thing that I have really learned. So I want to share that.
The beauty with Meher Baba is that he treats everybody one-on-one. Individuals. If the two of us were ill, he would not prescribe the same medicine for both of us. If we were both suffering from, say, loose motions, one he may give something to stop it, but to the other one he may give something to have more loose motions, and yet that would work on you.
Exactly.
So it has always been like that.
Yeah. There was one more thing I wanted to actually share, is that, this, Baba's books like God Speaks and all these books that are available in the bookstore. I'm an avid reader. I love to read. But for some reason, when I picked up God Speaks and all, आधा दो sentence में नींद आ जाती. I just can't keep up with it. I find it very intricate and very complicated, and I just lose it. So I tried many, many times. People said, "Oh, have you read God Speaks?" And I almost illiterate. I'm illiterate. I have not read any of, I have, my whole shelf is lined up with Baba's book, which I can't read only, as if I don't have the language to read it only. And I can read any other book. So I noticed that was happening. So I told Baba, I said, Baba, आप क्या लिख रहे हो? मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है, कुछ भी भेजे में नहीं जा रहा है, कुछ भी नहीं समझ में आ रहा. I told Baba, I said, Baba, can you make it easier for me? Because सच में मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. And I think I can read and I can comprehend, but I don't follow. I'm lost. 2 sentences, 3 sentences. I tried many times. So I told Baba, I said, देखो Baba, मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है. Please, आप ना एक काम करो, directly बात करो मुझसे. Don't want to talk to you through your books. You please talk to me. If I have a question, I will ask you. Please give me answer. Simplify it for me and simple in the way that I can understand and comprehend. And I said, I will not be able to read your books. I can't read. It's not getting through only. And ever since then, I have this wonderful dialogue with Baba. And he gives me all the answers. Whatever I go and ask him, I said, "Acha ye kya, ye kyun kiya, waisa kiya." And there is a proper, like a one-on-one dialogue. And I tell him, I said, please send me books that I need to read. I'm not saying I won't read any books, but maybe, so I'm surrounded by such wonderful books, which are just reinforcing what Baba is. And so I have not read Baba. I experience it. Every word I say, I experienced it. I have experienced it. So if somebody says, oh, tell me about Meher Baba, like some people who have not interacted with Baba or have not really sort of know him or been to the shrine, like just newcomers, if I would say, again, wrong term, but I'm just saying that who have not really yet set a whatever. So I can't tell them anything. I can't tell them, oh, go read that book, oh, read that Wikipedia page. I said, okay, I can only share my experience, what I have felt, and I don't have the vocabulary for it. I cannot describe the energy I feel, when I go in the shrine. I can only maybe find some approximate words for it. But the experience is so direct and so personal and so intimate that it's beyond words. It's beyond words. And it's that language of silence. So that language of silence he speaks, it is so beautiful, that language. So it has a different mechanics.
So Samadhi pe there is a things that are real.
Yeah.
Things that are real are given and received in silence.
And there's the music, there is this music, there's a language in it. It's really so beautiful. So that experience, like Baba has graced us with these experiences. I mean, I know, like, I do feel blessed when he said, "No, you are blessed." And I said, "Arey, what is this man going around in that white cloth and telling me all sorts of things?" I feel truly blessed, truly blessed.
Ah,
You want to say something?
I think
Yes,
we
I
are
think
really,
we are-
really grateful to Baba for this opportunity
Giving us a-
and really grateful to Baba.
I don't know how many of us in this group today have experienced his presence being around wherever we are seated, located, whatever. And that is his beauty. That is his beauty. Oh, when we remember him wholeheartedly, वो आके खड़े रह जाते हैं, वो मौजूद है. He's always there. He's always there. And once I had asked Erat Jasawala in the Mandli hall, ki bhai, what is the best way to, people say you should meditate, you should do this, you should do that. What do you do remembering Baba? So he said, we were in that Mandli hall and we were talking and we spent an hour and a half talking about Baba and he was narrating stories. He said, this is what it is. This is meditation. This 1 hour or whatever we've spent, we were not thinking of anything else. except for वो cycle पे से gunny bags निकले and all. So
Magically.
this is exactly what it is. कि ये जो in this hour and a half, whatever the Hindi word is adan pradan, meaning give and take,
Exchange.
exchange of whatever is or was to happen has happened. And I personally feel as though I have immersed myself in a great lake. वहाँ पे पूरा साफ सफाई होके I've risen back again.
Oh, Jai Baba.
Honestly, because people might think कि ये सैम पटेल बैठ के सबको कंडक्ट करता है ये वो, but that's not so. Because आपके जरिए मुझे कितनी चीजें सीखने मिलती है. I get to learn from every person who comes on, because there is so much in this world to learn about him. And आज time नहीं है, मगर some other time, if we again hit upon this topic about drama, and I would tell you some of the guffaws that we made and the mistakes that we do and all that. It's hilarious, but that could be some other time. Again, one more time, I would like to, who wants to ask any questions is what I would like to know. Anybody wanting to ask any questions before we bring a closure to this program? जाने को मन नहीं करता है, लेकिन we have to. I don't know. Perhaps this is the first time I've reacted with the two of you, and vice versa. You all have probably seen me for the first time. But I pride myself, underline the word pride myself, to be an emotional fool as far as Meher Baba is concerned.
We all are.
I really mean it. Because कि जब भी आप लोग बोलते हैं ना ये tears came out, this, that, we could feel it. I could feel it. Because there is that link, that connection, which happens so naturally and so beautifully. Ki now I will savor this until we meet again wherever, Shayad Mehrabad or in Mumbai or wherever, and we'll pick it up from there on. So until then, to you all, myself, and everybody on this forum, all I'd like to say is, take Baba with you.
Jai Baba.
I remember there was this gentleman called Nana Kher who used to serve at the Samadhi, distribute prasad, and he would form the queues and this and that. And every time, whenever I had to go back to Bombay, I didn't feel like it. So with a very heavy heart, I would embrace him and say, Nana, I'll be going this afternoon, evening, whatever. He would pat me on my back and he said, take Baba with you.
Hmm.
Never forget that. Because that is what we have come here for. So I hope जिसको जितना पाना था, as per their preparedness of their vessel or whatever, that much of love they have received. And thank you very much to both you ladies and to all of y'all who have joined us here. And of course, our champion Mayor Veena, if you can please do the aarti, and then we can bring a closure to this.
Sure, Sam.
care and look after
Thank you. Thank you.
and just unke bane raho. Become his. Become his. Bas khalas. Jai Baba.
Same here.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। बुझावे नार जलतनी कर कूद रत्न फरमा तुम छलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरी मातुम आया मोर शत में है बाबा चरण पर तुझ न धरिए सर खुदा ना जात थी वाके थई पर ठो में है बातू तुझे माँ लेख हकीकत नो तु आशे भीने आरे भी तुझे दरी या वहदत मारिफत नो हुई तो फातू हमोर है रब ने साने पखश ज्ञाने सदनु कि तू पर महात्मा ज्ञानी चिने मो तारे फातू खुदाना प्रेम नो प्यालो पिलावी मस्त हमने कर छे तुझ पर जान सदके साफिया पी दे पैमातू हमारी नाव भर दरिए करावे तो हमें तरी हमारा ना खुदा है मेहर बाबा झेली के बात हमारा ना खुदा है मेहर बाबा झेली के बात बुझावे नार जलतनी कर खुद रत्न फरमातु छलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरी मातु। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Sorry. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Merina, please close the shop. दुकान बंद कीजिए.
Yes, yes, Shah.
बहुत-
Thank you so much.
आपका प्रेम
जय
बहुत
बाबा।
है अभी.
Jai Baba.
जय बाबा।
Yeah. So